name's Wendy. Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been like a month since I last posted. I apologize. I had plans. The same day, different boat. Same boat, different day. So I am back with another video. This one is an AuthorTube tag called Writers Are Weird. It was originally done by Elliot Brook. I don't remember who I found it through, but I found hers, and I'm going to go ahead and do this tag. There are 10 questions, and so let's go ahead and get into it. So first question, do you have bizarre internet searches? If so, what's the weirdest one? The weirdest one was when I was trying to figure out how to summon a Reaper for my story Stop the Raven. I somehow wound up Overwatch and World of Warcraft, and I'm like, I need an actual witching spell, please. I don't need potions, I don't need items, I need an actual spell. So that one got a little odd. It's probably about the weirdest one I have. The weirdest thing that happened to me while I was searching for something was when a couple months ago I was trying to figure out if there was another term for a national emergency when the president takes complete control of the military. I could not think of the term, and I wound up searching it was a basic search. What is it called when the president takes control of the military? And my internet goes down. I mean, as soon as I hit the search button, my internet went down, and I went to go to my phone, and that internet was down, and I was just like, I did something. I don't know what I did. I did something. It was up in like a minute later, but it was still really weird coincidence, and I was just perfectly sunny day. There was no weather, just to make it clear. I'm not going completely crazy. There was no crazy weather outside. All I did was hit search, and my internet went down. Coincidence? Probably. Possibly. It was a really weird coincidence. So anyways, number 2. Do you write people you know and dislike into your story as villains or dumb people to kill them off? Not really, no. I try to stay away from characters that I know. I try to stay away from writing people that I know into my stories. Early days I used to do this, and then my friend caught me and she was like, Wendy, that's so and so, and I was like, oh. And yeah, I have tried really hard ever since not to write anybody into my story, not even people that I dislike. I may put like 1 or 2 traits of theirs in there, things that annoy me about them, but not like the person in general. I try to be nice most of the time. I'm nice. Can I say? Number 3. Does personal hygiene sometimes come second to writing? I think most of us like to say no on this question, but we have all been up at 3 a.m. on the 3rd day of a huge writing sprint. NaNoWriMo is coming up. Lots of people are going to experience this, where they're 3 days in, it's 2 a.m., and you realize you haven't bathed in like 2 days, but you're right in the midst of your story, and stopping now is completely irrelevant. I mean, who's really, unless you're going to work the next day, don't. Number 4. Do you go on a baby name website to help you name your characters? Yes. I've gone on baby names, old English names. I've gone on randomnamegenerator.com because you really don't want Jack and Jake to be in the same paragraph. It doesn't work. It really doesn't work. So anyhow, I have gone to so many places to look for names. I've even gone on Facebook and searched random people in like writing sites and stuff, and mismatched names and flip-flopped names and anywhere to get names. Number 5. Do you have a list of actors or actresses that would play your characters if there was an adaptation made? Maybe. Yes and no. Some of my characters I have pulled up on the internet for like inspiration on how to write their looks. Like I have a specific look in mind, but I can't think of how to write it out. And so of course I've pulled up models, I've pulled up actors, I've pulled up actresses, just kind of get an idea of what they should look like and get it spelled out in my story. And of course they are saved as that character that, you know. Number 6. Have you ever stared at a stranger because they look like one of your characters? Yes. I had a really strange experience a few years ago where that week I had sat down, had started a brand new story. I had pulled up an image, like in the previous question, I pulled up an image of a model, and he was my inspiration for my main character. I go to the convenience store the next morning, and I swear to God there was this model standing right in front of me. I mean, obviously it wasn't the same model. Probably not even in the same country, but it looked exactly like him. Like I even pulled up the image of the model I was using for inspiration to show my coworker, because she goes to the same she went to the same convenience store every morning just like me. We went not at the same time, but the same place. And I showed her, I'm like, doesn't that look like the cashier? And she goes, oh my God, yes. It was insane. It was crazy. And I never seen him again. I went back the next day. I guess he was off. I went back the next week. Never saw him again. But that one time, you know what? It is what it is. He went back to his modeling job. I don't know. It was weird. It was really, really weird. Number 7. Do you talk to yourself to help work through scenes? If so, where do you talk to yourself? Everywhere. I will pace my apartment talking through scenes, like acting out, thinking of the dialogue in my head and how they would move. I will do this in the car when I'm going to pick up my kids. Sometimes you need to act it out. I've always heard that you need to act it out to see if it sounds good or not. So that's what I do. I act it out. Number 8. While writing, do you make the expressions your characters are making? Sometimes. Not all the time, but every now and then I'm sitting there staring at the page going, is that expression really going to work? Or how many times have I said that expression? I mean, how many times do our characters shrug in the first draft? Right? But every now and then I do kind of try to act out the expression. Number 9. Haha, I didn't need to count this time. Number 9. Do you ever practice entering interview questions in case you make it big? I have sat there and thought of what it would be like to be on a panel, like a convention or something. You know, you've got to have the pipe dreams. You've got to have those pipe dreams to make it through some of this process, because writing is hard, and if you don't have something to hold on to, tangible, like tangible be holding your book in your hand one day. That is a tangible dream. But every now and then, we gotta go a little bit bigger and pretend like we're being interviewed by Jay Leno. I mean, come on. Who hasn't done that? Even when you're not in the writing career and you're just trying to start out as an actor or artist or something, who hasn't done that? Really? Number 10. Do you have a soundtrack or playlist for your book or scenes from your book? No. Not really. I have a soundtrack that I go to for when I need writing inspiration in general. These are songs that I can play over and over and over and over again. Not get bored with them and be able to type out my scene, but they're not for specific scenes. They're not for specific books. They are just like a broad generalization. So I have that playlist, but not one for specific scenes or books. So I guess that makes me weird on the writer end, because most writers do have scenes for their books. I don't know. But anyways, that is it. That is the 10 questions. I had fun doing this test. If you feel like doing it, go right on ahead. I'm not tagging anybody. And until next time, bye!